Are we recording?
Do you know where you are?
You are now witnessing the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour with your host, Unknown Factor, and Chuckles, the motherfucking headhunter clown.
The place of torment, pandemonium.
Where we present y'all some of the old school shit and the new school shit of horror generation.
Everything's true.
From the fucked up remakes,
God's an astronaut.
to the new shit,
Oz is over the rainbow.
the disturbing and gory films,
The Midian's where the monsters live.
to the old school shit that we just love to enjoy.
And you came to die.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a bitch.
Alright, one time. So you are now witnessing the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour. Yeah!
But, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't matter, because tonight, yeah, it's that Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour shit, right, Chuckles?
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, man, and look, this is the 5th episode, right? We've technically had 5 previous broadcasts, because we're fucking wordy and had to divide fucking episode 4 into 2 parts. Like, I swear it's like fucking on some George R. R. Martin shit over here. What are you gonna do? But this particular episode is honestly going to be divided into 2 parts as well. The reason for that, because a great man of the horror genre was lost fairly recently. I don't know exactly. God, I wish I had the date. Well, fuck, I ain't even got my proper notebook with me for this show. That's terrible. I'll have to get that during the break, ladies and gentlemen. But first off, what I got to do is just pay homage, because George Romero recently passed, and he was a legend in horror. I mean, man, look, Chuckles, let me ask you, in horror directors, like, who do you think is more iconic than George Romero? Now, I know there's a couple I would put right up there with him, Wes Craven, horror
John
directors.
Carpenter.
Yeah, John Carpenter, Wes Craven. I'd say probably Rob Zombie at this point, though don't watch Lords of Salem, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't say, no offense to Rob, I take that back, no offense to Rob Zombie, I wouldn't say he's as iconic as the 3 names previously mentioned. I'm sure he will be, he just doesn't have a fucking resume that extends into the 80s and shit with movies,
Exactly.
What are you gonna
We can
do?
say about his music, but yeah, a little bit. But as for directing like horror movies and stuff like that, he has a long way to go through that part.
Yeah, before he's that kind of legend. And I mean, George Romero was surely a legend in everything he did. As for the whole, and I mean, the man, God, dude, I wish I should have fucking, see, this is why I had this, and I meant to bring up a particular Wikipedia before we started the show, but Chuckles, you know me, I'm the Unknown Factor, and I had some jackass piece of shit distracted me on Facebook, because, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes people are pieces of shit on Facebook. What are you gonna do? But that's besides the point, so I can get this fucking Wikipedia pulled up, because I wanted to have his full list of films. Now, before I say that, let's just clarify, we ain't even beginning to go into all those films on both episodes combined, because, dude. 6 years later, we're on the
Romero, man, he has a lot of categories of horror.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it would. It'd be like 6 years later. Finally, we're to the final George Romero film. I don't need that fucking shit, man. That would be ridiculous. But tonight, what we're going to focus on, in particular, is his zombie films. And I mean, really, let me ask you this right off the bat, Chuckles, because would you say that George Romero created the zombie genre?
Oh yeah, it was like he was the first one in general to ever came up with the idea of what fear would be if zombies were. So he came up with this idea where people would start eating people, and that scared. When you think about it, it could happen for real. And that shit's fucking scary.
Oh yeah, no, surely that's one of those situations, man. Especially if you look at nowadays, I'm pretty sure they could probably make a zombie virus, at least something that would be extremely similar to that. It may not go as far as raising the dead. I don't think that is possible too, but that's a bit more sci-fi than like what you could do is essentially like you could cause some 28 Days Later shit,
Yeah.
Like, he could do that, and that's obviously included in the zombie genre. Anyways, nowadays. I think it's funny, though. I know certain people say that he didn't, because there are films that have zombies in them that predate this. But, and I think this is a weird thing, everybody, like, forgets the distinction of the zombies in films previous to this were of the voodoo nature, which is an entirely different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, George A. Romero, he brought that more to the light more than the other films that they did back in the day. He had his idea of how, what if zombies were real in real life, came back from the dead and started roaming the earth.
See, but I'll tell you, and this is something interesting I figured out, man. Let's just jump into what got that zombie shit started, which is obviously the Night of the Living Dead. It's a fucking classic. I don't give a fuck if you weren't entertained by it, babe.
No,
it was.
I was terrified by it as a child. I'm just saying it doesn't scare me now.
She was
That's
terrified.
like every childhood's nightmare when they saw that movie.
Well, shit, yeah. Hey, man, your dad's gonna try and kill you and then eat you, and that's just the truth of it because he's a zombie now. That's sort of shitty, you know. But I think it's funny because George Romero has even been saying something similar to this. I'm not saying verbatim what he did, but his zombies were a representation of where he thought humanity was going, as far as just being dumbed down and docile and just wanting to feed on what they could get their hands on, and that's it. Like, that was the metaphorical image he was trying to put forth with that. Which, one, in and of itself, that's fucking genius. I would have loved to have had a conversation with him and been like, what the fuck made it to where you're like, I want to represent consumerism, so I'm gonna do it by having people come back to life and fucking eat other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. Yeah. Really, like, I don't know. But like I was telling you earlier before we went live, Chuck, let me ask your opinion. I'm telling you, in my opinion, George Romero was right.
Oh yeah, he was right.
See, that's just terrifying, and that's why I loved him as a director, especially going back. I hadn't watched Night of the Living Dead, dude, in a while. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it'd been at least a couple years since I'd sat down and watched the original Night of the Living Dead. And I think it's funny, in this, we did a little research with it. And dude, when that film come out, you realize how controversial that film was when it came out?
Yeah, it was like back in the 1960s, like around 1968.
1968.
That film.
Yeah, 1968 is when it was first released.
Yeah, it was like back in the day. You know how it was back in the day. It was like racism and all that. Like, we still have to deal with that segregation type shit. But he put it to work in his own way without having to deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, see, that's what I loved about it, man. Because it was a time where it was a very racist society still, especially in the United States, as far as, yeah, God, I don't even want to fucking... People are stupid. People are still stupid, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let's face that. We'll get that shit more in the no bullshit zone. That's a different story.
Yeah.
As well as the fact... So, there were two main things that outraged people with that film. One, it was fucking violent as shit for its time, which I think is funny, because I watched the violence in this now, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, I just seen way worse on Rick and Morty last night.
Is that people back then didn't really understood or even use the violent term. Usually you see people get like shot or something like that, but they don't excess with the gore with it. Because like, he involved a lot of gore, like actual, like, not real life people being eaten, but like he had like cool effects at how people would eat the humans. It disturbed a lot of people.
Oh yeah, dude. It really, really fucking threw people off just to see that. Because that's not anything anyone had ever seen before. That's very much a fucking original concept. And I'll tell you the other funny thing I find about the Night of the Living Dead is it was done on $114,000, man. That was the whole budget for that fucking movie. But did you notice that I love it. So you go from that, and then you go to Dawn of the Dead. All right. Let me see. I gotta check this because it was so goddamn funny. The difference in fucking okay. So 114,000 was the budget for his first film, right? Which was very successful. Yeah. Now, Chuckles, what kind of money do you think they gave him for that second one?
For the second movie, I was thinking it was like 1.5 million.
Yeah, you're exactly on the nose, man. 1.5. I mean, mind you, and this was 10 years later, which is another really fucking weird like, why in the hell was there so much time between these zombie films?
Man, it was just like, the first movie, like, he had to take a lot of time to put those in work and get people's reactions to see if they can make another budget just for the second movie. And so he came up with that budget to gain up enough publicity for it, and he came up with a second movie.
So yeah, I just think it's, well, if you look at all his excuse me, all his zombie films, there's almost a decade between The Night, The Dawn, and The Day of the Dead. Almost exactly a decade between all of them. There's just it's because it was 68, 78, and then 85. You know, but within that, he did do he did do several other works that weren't zombie related. We're gonna get to that on part 2, ladies and gentlemen, because like I said, I really wanted to focus on his zombie and what he did with that. And he really did, dude. He created a fucking sub-genre of horror film.
Oh yeah.
Chuckles, that's crazy.
It is crazy, man. Oh, and on top of that, the music that he used, he actually had another horror director as well, like Italian legend himself, Dario Argento, to work on the music for the Dawn of the Dead film, which is really impressive.
Oh no, man, that's what makes him. I don't know, man. There was just something about him. Oh god, I didn't know he died of lung cancer. I did not know that.
Yeah, he passed away from lung cancer.
That man was a smoking motherfucker, so I can believe it. I think. Oh no, dude, think about it. Almost every interview I think I've ever seen with George Romero, he had a fucking, not a cigarette, but a stogie, and like a big one in his mouth. Like, how many times you seen George Romero with a big ass Cuban-looking fucking cigar?
Maybe a lot if you've been hanging around with him most of the time in the movies. You've probably seen him smoking that shit a lot.
Oh yeah, man. I'd imagine, like, the actors were like, "God damn, George, you stop it with that smoke."
That's just gonna kill you one day. That's fucked up.
Too soon, motherfucker. Too soon. God damn. Like, holy shit. Trying to pay homage, jackass.
No disrespect to George A. Romero. We love you, brother, man.
Very much, yeah. I mean, he created a subgenre in horror that honestly is probably my favorite, really. Like, I am a fan of the concept of a zombie apocalypse for a lot of reasons.
Oh yeah.
You know? Because come on, Chuckles, dude, it'd be fun.
Oh yeah, if this was real life, man, that would be hella fun. Yeah. Especially like he brought in a true story to it, which paranoid a lot of motherfuckers today. What if this shit actually happened? And he gave that perfect story to how it would begin in a one day. Just when you thought that one day would be a normal average day, until one day like something like outbursted in the world and we're fucked.
See, and yeah, I mean, it, like I said, it is slightly terrifying because I really think it is a possibility, just based on how stupid we are as a society. Hey, that's the fucking truth, man. Look, what do you? I mean, come on, because that's like the whole Resident Evil series. They talk about using bioweapons, and they're fucking zombies. They just call them bioweapons for the film, whatever. I don't fucking know. But I feel like that's what's gonna end up happening. Is somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, I could make fucking the dead come back to life," and that's a hell of a bioweapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. There's time, like, look, if that happens, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, George Romero. He started this shit. They wouldn't have thought of it if it wasn't for him, man.
Yeah, in general, I don't think any films I don't think there would be any films or any shows, ideas of zombies if it wasn't for George A. Romero, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I fully agree. Because, like I said, I mean, dude, if it wasn't for Romero creating what he did, and real quick, I just want to point out, because like I said, we went back and I watched Night of the Living Dead here recently. They did not call them zombies in that film. Did you realize that?
Yeah, they never had the name of the zombies.
Yeah, when the fuck actually...
They called them, like, killers.
Well, they called them ghouls in Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, they called them ghouls or, like, killers. Or...
God, dude, when the fuck did they start calling them zombies within those the first 3 films? Do you know? I should know. I just fucking watched all of them.
They pretty much, they called them ghouls in the first movie, but then I think the second movie, The Dawn of the Dead, I think that's where they originally called them zombies, I believe.
See, I think you're right. I'm trying to... No. Yeah, I'm not finding fucking the specifics of that, but I am pretty sure that it was The Dawn of the Dead. If we're wrong, ladies and gentlemen, just correct us like some internet assholes, because we're all some internet assholes, and that's just the fucking truth of it. But, on to Dawn, man, I think that was more interesting, too, like, because you can see in Night of the Living Dead, I think he approached the fact that, like, here's some real violence for you, and if you want to be racist about the fact that the black guy's the hero, then be a bitch, you know? Which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what kind of balls you got? Think about that, Chuckles. It's 1968. You're a fucking white director who just got out of film school not that long ago. That takes balls, Chuckles. Yeah. I approve.
Yeah, man. Especially the actor who played that role. I believe, what was his name?
Well, damn it, I'm on Dawn of the Dead. Hold up.
Dante Jones. Yeah, that's his name. Dante Jones. Yeah, Dante Jones and George A. Romero, they were good friends back in the day, like personal friends. And they helped film this whole film along with Tom Savini. Yeah, Tom Savini as well was good friends with George A. Romero, who helped direct the movie itself. So he said, George A. Romero said, hey, how about this time in this movie, what if the black man was the main hero? Because usually back in those films, you know, for those who might know, it's like usually the black guy always dies first, which is fucked up, but still in this day, some people still use that origin. But that's beside the point. George
Wait.
Said, you know what?
I'm pretty
Fuck
sure.
that shit.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, though, because isn't that even said in the fucking film Scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's been horror movies said where it's like, no, if you're black, you die first. Which, for real, what the fuck kind of fucked up racist-ass horror film rule is that? God damn.
For real, though, man. Yeah, it was crazy, man. But like he said, let's put you as the main hero to this movie. I know a lot of motherfuckers are going to be, talking mad shit, but they're going to realize, though, not all white people, not saying like in a racist way, can survive throughout the zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Hey, give me 1 second. God, I need to get a goddamn new aux cord. But that's besides the point, ladies and gentlemen. No, I fully agree with you, though. And then I love, too, that, like, the fucking, Jesus, what is the character's name? The fucking dude that barricades himself in the goddamn, basement and shit, the cellar. Dude, because it looks like a typical salesman from the 1960s. That looks like a salesman in that era.
Yeah.
Right? Piece of shit.
A true piece of shit.
Yeah. Now, man, here's the thing, I swear, and like I said, I hadn't watched this film for quite some time, but I had remembered the ending different than what I'd seen when I watched it recently. Now, first, let me tell you, because I know this movie's also been remade, twice?
Yeah, it was the original one, then it was a remake. with,
well, isn't there
Tony
a
Todd
remake?
as-
Yeah, isn't there a remake that's black and white, and then another remake that's color though?
The original one was black and white, and the remake was with color.
See, well then, nah, what the fuck? Alright, look, I swear I remember a version of this. It was black and white that had an entirely different ending than the fucking movie I just watched, which is the 1968 version of Night of the Living Dead. I about said Walking Dead, which George Romero is also fucking responsible. Fucking Kirkman needs to say thank you. Yeah, shout out to Robert Kirkman too, though. That's besides the point. Come on, Super Nintendo. But no, man, it was, the ending I remember was fucking, it's all going down, and, like, the zombies start getting in. Gary fucking puts his ass in the fucking attic, and it's up there, which was never even brought up in this particular film, the 1968 version. The girl who'd been freaking out the whole time was at the cemetery. The main female, she runs away, ends up meeting with a militia, and then
her brother from the dead, who originally bitten by one of the zombies in the beginning, came back as a zombie, then grabbed her, and then she got eaten by everybody, all the zombies.
No. See, that's not the ending I remember. See, no, she went and she met up with a militia, the Judith O'Day or whatever character she was in the incarnation of this I'm referring to, and then Dwayne, or I can't remember these characters' names, but Dwayne, shout out to him. He was a fucking damn. In my opinion, that was the best acting in that film was done by him as well. It was fucking on point. But he ended up in the cellar and then got bit by the little girl and ended up turning. And
you're talking about the remake? Yeah, that's the remake version.
Is that in color?
Night of the Living Dead.
No, see that shit.
That's the one in color. That's the remake.
You are fucking with me. I would swear on my fucking life that shit is black and white.
I'm not fucking with you, man.
I'm not saying you are, Chuckles. I'm just saying I swear you are, right? Because I swear I remember watching that shit in black and fucking white. That story. My wife says Mandela effect. I'm gonna agree. Fuck it, but we'll get into that more on Aliens 8 my broadcast and shit. You know, this is fucking freaky fucked up fear. Yeah, okay, but that's what I remember. So apparently that was the remake. And apparently, because that's the ending I honestly remembered. So when he fucking ended up getting shot by the militia, and by that I mean Dwayne Jones, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. In the first movie, Dwayne Jones, that's the original black person, pretty much. Because you're talking about Tony Todd, who was in the second movie. From the first movie, it was all the way different. Like, the woman who has always been freaking out, she gets eaten by the zombies, and Dwayne was the only one that survived, who was hiding in the attic. Not in the basement, but in the attic, though. So when the militia came to the house, searching around the whole area, there was killing out the zombies, and Dwayne was walking in the living room, still alive, to this point. He wasn't bitten, he wasn't eaten. The fucked up ending of it was the militia shot him in the head, so everybody dies. And that was the most fucked up part about it, was they grabbed him with these like meat hooks and dragged him by the shoulders.
Yeah, God.
And dragged him towards the bodies and burned them. That was like, fuck, man.
Yeah. See, no, but Judith made it out. Judith was with the militia, right? She didn't die.
No, in the first movie, she died. Like I said,
whatever.
her brother got bitten by the first zombie, came to the house as a zombie, and dragged her.
Fuck, man, I must have missed that in the recent watching of this. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. My wife may have been distracting me. She may not have. That's all I'll say. But but in the one I remember watching from back in the day, man, I love that ending because they fucking come there and, you know, fucking Ben has been bitten in the cellar by their kid, so he's fucking turned, and then you've got the dude, Harry, stuck up in the fucking attic, and she shows up, Judith shows up with them, or Barbara shows up with the militia, and then they find Ben, and he's turned, and she has to shoot him, and God, that's so tragic, it is, and then fucking here, I love it, dude, my favorite, I swear I love this, it's one of my favorite fucking moments in film. Here comes fucking Harry, jumps down. Hey, you guys made it! Boom!
Boom! Shot them right in the fucking head.
You piece of shit. Oh, I loved it. Oh.
It was one of my favorite endings too, man. He fucking got what he fucking deserved.
Oh yeah. That was the greatest poetic justice. Now, dude, do you know George Romero? He obviously didn't direct that remake, did he?
I don't think he did. I think he might have got like some credit for it. I'm not for sure if he did.
I don't know.
If we're wrong, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm trying to Wikipedia it, ladies and gentlemen, but George Romero did a lot of shit.
Yeah, he did, man.
Like, seriously, man, it is impressive what he has fucking accomplished. I mean, director, he's fucking screenwriter, edited some of his films. They call him the Godfather of the Dead and the Father of the Zombie film.
Yeah, buddy.
Those are his other names on Wikipedia. Dude, that's dope.
That's awesome. I always call him the Godfather of zombies, man.
Well, dude, I'll fucking add that into his Wikipedia right now. Where's the edit button? Here's the edit button. I'm gonna. You're right, he is the Godfather of zombies. Fucking edit, you jackass. Edit without logging in. Fuck you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, this is like, what the fuck is all this shit? This is nuts, man. I don't fucking. This is like code and shit. I got into some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm still gonna look, I'm gonna add this in right now. I swear to God. Look, I shit you not. If you go to fucking the Wikipedia, Godfather of Zombies, correct, Chuckles?
Yeah, buddy.
Right. So, if I'm doing this right,
yeah, you got it.
Then, oh, it just adding on? You can see that?
Yeah.
That's dope. So it's confirmed by my co-host.
That's what's up, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did just... because fuck that, man. You're right. He is the Godfather of zombies. I mean, seriously. That man... I mean, he literally did, like... How many people in fucking film, much less just horror, but film industry altogether can say, yeah, I created a subgenre of a particular genre of film?
Yeah, that'll be George A. Romero. He
Yeah.
has the rights to all that shit.
I mean, Romero can say it. I'd say the Wazowski brothers could probably say it with The Matrix.
Yeah.
And what they, I mean,
They
but
would
it's
say it, but
yeah.
for the first, you got to give it to Romero.
Oh yeah, dude. I think he was probably the first person to just go and create a whole fucking subgenre within a genre of films. And now I'm not a fucking film history major or anything, so I may surely be wrong in that. But I definitely know it's not a fucking random. I mean, it's not something that happens a lot. It's a rare fucking occurrence for somebody to be like, oh no, I made a movie and it turned into this whole huge billion-dollar market that half ain't even got shit to do with me because they all just went zombie.
Yeah, you don't usually see people do these subgenres in that type of genre that he did. Like for monsters in general, you see a lot of like, the werewolves, the subgenres back in the day, Dracula, Frankenstein, all that. But as for zombies, though, it's like that was a first.
Yeah, and I mean,
because usually people thought it was like, okay, that was just one movie, but all of a sudden you got Dawn of the Dead and you got Day of the Dead. Like it would still keep on going.
This makes me curious if who. Oh well, technically, I mean, you can consider that's true. You can consider fucking Frankenstein the first zombie. And then you've got White Zombie, I Walked with Zombie, Plan 9 from Outer Space, and then George Romero's
The Mummy.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead. I'm trying to Return of the Living, as well as its many inspired works. Yeah, I mean, God, yeah, that's funny. They say inspired works of fucking George Romero for real. Return of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead 2, Zombie 2. Oh Jesus, I would hate to fucking. I wouldn't. Dude, if we just did a show listing off the shit that George Romero influenced just by creating Night of the Living Dead, you know this would be like a 3-hour show.
Oh, yeah. We go on for fucking hours with this story, man.
Oh my god.
Hours.
Oh yeah. And that's just for that. Let's see. Oh Jesus, man. I got into the archetype of zombies and Jesus. Oh my god, dude, there's way too much shit on zombies. See, there's first appearance. See, yeah, fuck that. Well, because I was trying to find, I wanted to see if there was a zombie film made before the second film from George Romero. I was just honestly curious.
I don't think there was.
Hell of the Living Dead? What the fuck? Jesus, man. For real. No, that's one thing I find funny. And people won't do it anymore. But back when those films initially came out, Chuckles, I want you to think of how many something of the Dead films there are.
Like, guess? Like guess our random number?
Just like, how many, just knowing the horror knowledge you have, right? What do you think it is?
Oh my god, man. If I was say, oh man, I think, shit, it's like 100.
I swear. Hey, real quick, I just want to point out,
100.
ladies and gentlemen, no, 100, I can believe that, but ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody out there heard what the fuck I just heard scream in my ear. That shit is annoying, Chuckles. For real. Oh, what the fuck? What's my mark? 32:19. Sorry, I gotta make a mark of time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you heard what I did, if you were tuning in. That was, yeah. Was that bitch? Is it just me or is that bitch screaming more often?
I don't even hear shit.
The why? Yeah, see, I'm telling you, dude. Look, you go back in this interview. I will fucking, when we post this interview up, man, I'm gonna send you the time mark and be like, dude, just jump to this point and listen. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck was that? That's the freaky fucked up fear hour, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is, you know? Fucking just trying to show some homage to George Romero, and apparently this bitch don't like it. I don't know what this bitch's problem with fucking George Romero is. I kind of take offense to that shit. Like, seriously, man. Romero's the shit. Yeah. I do think that's so crazy, dude. Just to realize he created such a large subgenre. And I mean, one of the biggest things going on TV right now is The Walking Dead. That surely wouldn't be around.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? He said he's not really a big fan of The Walking Dead.
You know, and I have an opinion on that. As to, did he ever state why he's not why he's not a fan?
I forgot why he said he was not a fan. I think it was maybe because it was more of a different storyline than he would have pictured it in his own way. I mean, The Walking Dead, that's by far one of my favorite shows of all time. I think there's some people can't really get into it because they said it's more of a drama series than what you see as an action or horror in general.
Oh yeah, man, because I think The Walking Dead. Oh, here, why I don't like The Walking Dead from George Romero. Let's find this shit out. But I think the reason for that is because it's not so much based around the horror of the zombies. It's based around the horror of what we as human beings are.
Living in the apocalypse.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if it went like that, what the fuck it would be like, man. And your problem at that point wouldn't be zombies. Because let's be serious. Like, if we got a zombie apocalypse and it happened, and fucking... It was some George Romero Walking Dead style slow as fuck zombies. Look, if you die, you're a moron.
Yeah.
Like, really. Either that or you were either stupid or really, really fucking unlucky and just got caught into a moment, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
Oh, here's one thing. Yeah, and here's one thing about Romero that he said... When people make zombie movies, he is not, I repeat, not a fan of zombies running.
Wait, say that one more time,
The reason why he said he's not a fan of zombies running. Like, you know, you see like movies like
Yeah.
28 Days Later, 20 Weeks Later. You know how they
Or-
run, or Zombieland, they're running.
Yeah,
Or
or the remake of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah.
They run. He says, like, it's more scary for zombies to walk slow because it's more scarier that way. For running, it's like you have an unfair advantage to survive. And it kind of makes sense in a way, you know what I'm saying? Let's say, like, you're a full obese man, right? And you can't jog worth for shit. And a zombie's, like, going full speed, like, fucking Usain Bolt on your ass. And just, like, it tackles your ass and you're dead. That's kind of unfair.
Yeah. No, that's like, here's my, like, if we ever did have a zombie apocalypse, I think, if as a society, I think we'd be fine if we got the George Romero style walkers. As far like the original Dawn of the Dead. Like, but if we get some fucking like zombies like the Dawn of the Dead remake, I'm pretty sure we're fucked. Like, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's a game ender right there, dude. Because as a society, you're not gonna be able to respond to it. Like, think about that, dude. Do you imagine, like, me and you are just chilling and we're fighting, suddenly one of us gets fucking bit, and fucking 30 seconds later that one of us is eating the other. Dude, that's the end of both of us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it happens so fucking quick, dude. It's ridiculous. Oh, here. He's described The Walking Dead as a soap opera with a zombie occasionally.
It's true, in a way. It's like, I'm not dissing on the show, but he's right about that. It's more of a soap opera. It's more drama than you would see horror in the zombie apocalypse.
That's I mean, yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I still love the series to this day. I don't care what anybody else thinks, but still, in a way, he is making a lot of sense, and it's kind of true when you think about it.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I agree with that. Oh my god, he apparently is not a fan of World War Z as well.
Yeah, even that movie too. They had running zombies or jumping zombies, as a matter of fact.
Oh god, I know the book's writer, Max Brooks, pretty well, and apparently he wasn't pleased with the film at all.
Oh, I bet he wasn't.
So yeah, not only was George Romero was like, that was shit, but so was the guy that wrote the fucking book on the movie. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. But I'll tell you, the funny dude, George Romero, even after you pass, motherfucker, you gonna make me giggle. For real, you are the shit, George Romero, right? Because he's like, but then I went to see Man of Steel, and World War Z started to look pretty good. Oh, that motherfucker was savage back in the
day. Man, to this day, it makes me really wish if there was a horror convention around here and he was there, I would be there in a heartbeat just to give him a fucking long conversation.
Man,
it was awesome, man.
No, yeah, because there were a couple conventions that I probably should have went to where he was there, and yeah, I mean, it was a missed opportunity, but you can't look back in hindsight, man. I'm glad I was able to look at his films as I do, because that's another thing. Look, I really think this generation growing up, if they go back and watch George Romero's films, they're not ever going to be able to see them for what they are. You know? Exactly.
If you try to remake it, you can't make it his best way of how he put it together.
Oh, no. No, dude, you can't accomplish that anymore. Because think about it, dude. Like, with the lines he pushed with the very first Night of the Living Dead, if you wanted to do a film like that nowadays with zombies, who's your hero? Bruce fucking Jenner? I do legit. Right? Legitimately. Who the fuck? Like, what are you going to do to push the boundary anymore? I mean, because back in 1968, having a black guy, that was fucking, you were pushing some lines. I mean, nowadays, dude, you're really going to have like, I don't even know where you, because fucking, I think it would have to be someone that was transgender. I could think, that's the only thing I can think of where there's not a superhero that has at least a decent fan base behind it in some kind of capacity is a transgender one. Because, I mean, there's everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it, Chuckles.
Create like a transgender hero in a horror movie just to get people pissed off and shit.
No, man. Focus. I said a transgender hero in a zombie apocalypse film, because goddamn, that'd be just weird as fuck. Kind of like that Cult Crew. This is Focus. Yeah, by Damian Quinn featuring Salted Ghost. We'll be right back, y'all. Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour.
She's crying through the duct tape. She knows she about to die by the look on her face. She should've known she fucking with a basket cake. Why'd I have to slice this bitch? Why couldn't she just shut her lips? Always thinking about something like I really give a shit. I told you I was different than other guys. I should've read through the lines and through my lies. Not to your surprise, I'm shoving knives between your thighs. Who would ever expect the nice of a kid from next door? Now this horror's gone missing under the boards of my floor. Focus, focus. Focus, focus.
How come you get focused?
Focus, focus.
Why are you so hopeless?
Focus, focus. I really need to focus. I did this bitch so focused. I'ma keep on smoking till the death check goes away. I stare at the sun, it's been blessed for me. I pray to myself a catastrophe. Now every your knee, I'm taking your limbs, I'm chopping your feet. There goes your tear, I'm losing it all. Home is my path, look in my eyes, the need for the man. The end is here, the moon is full, I got me a bit. Blood in my beard, coke on my nose, or something erosion. God of war, I show my devotion. Ripping your organs, skipping your organ. Rusty man, I'm a grimy man. Focus, focus.
I need you to focus.
Focus, focus.
How come you get focused?
Focus, focus.
Why are you so hopeless?
Focus, focus. Focus, focus.
I need you to focus.
Focus, focus.
How come you get focused?
Focus, focus.
Why are you so hopeless?
Focus, focus.
Oh shit! What the fuck's going on?
What the fuck is that? Up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Ah, shit. These goddamn aliens are trying to eat my broadcast again.
So as they say in Canada,
Tune in to Aliens Ate My Broadcast every third Tuesday.
I mean, there must be some way.
Fuck it. Yeah, we don't give a shit.
Shut up! Shut up!
We just might get into some crazy shit.
Conspiracy theory, anarchist, fucking antichrist.
We better think of something.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
We better think of a way.
Your host, Mr. DKB, and myself, the unknown factor.
you're both pieces of shit. Yeah, I can prove it mathematically.
Try and catch Nessie with us. Fuck, we might even find Bigfoot or some shit.
Does evil exist? And if so, can one detect and measure it? Rhetorical question, Morty.
I'm just going off on rants. I love it.
The answer's yes, you just have to be a genius.
Numbers, man. It's all about fucking numbers. Everything adds up.
Right here.
I'm no fucks giving radio.
God damn it. Stop eating my broadcast.
Peace out.
But that was just the beginning. He keeps on killing. But he kills people in their dreams. Their nightmares.
Good morning, motherfucker, as I jump out the bed. Another night with no sleep, I should just sleep when I'm dead. Another new nightmare is what I dread. Close my eyes, and all I see is bloodshed. Waking up with my eyes blood red. I'm on some wicked shit, that's how the fuck I was bred. Nah, can you rock to my insomniac flow? I know you waiting on mastermind and snap and blow. I just might, in the middle of the night, sleepwalking with a pistol in the night. Had a dream of confessing to the priest. Told him fuck the world, fuck peace, and fuck the police. I'm losing my mind while you get your beauty sleep. My life, my hell, a horror movie to me. I know exactly what your deepest fear looks like. And it's not a pretty sight. Good night.
Don't fall asleep. You can get killed in your dream. And if you see me on the creek, just know I got them nightmares. And you 6 feet deep. Don't fall asleep. killed in your dream. And if you see me on the creek, just know I got them nightmares. And you 6 feet deep. I got 2 full clips on my lap, a 45 mag, half sack on the ass, a grab, I'm flashing text, cashing checks, snapping necks, Smash Brothers rapping next, to crash next, beat my nest in the Midwest, with the sets, for the stress, who wanna flex, with the lyrically blessed, I lay you to rest, full to the chest, I'm more or less possessed, with no vest, it's a bloody mess, you got blasted, now your body's chilling in the casket, a basket, case entrance, tragic, that black magic, cushion hash habit, rap addict, squeezing acmatics, no static, my Smith and West out, I stay up on it loud, trying not to stress out, you X'd out, another body right there, woke up sweating, I got them nightmares, don't fall asleep, you can get killed in your dream, and if you see me on the creek, just know I got them nightmares, and you 6 feet deep, don't fall asleep. You can get killed in your dream, and if you see me on the creek, just know I got them nightmares, and you 6 feet deep.
Going off just like a train track, bad dreams, everything stained black, laid back, protect your neck, trauma to your head, the blade is erect, direct, the vitals are checked, cleaning up my plate like I'm Hannibal Lecter. Back to business, leave no witness, keep running, I'm all about my fitness. Split this, blind you like eclipses, wet works, my kind of business. Sentence, life after death, brick to your face, pop to your chest, depressed from the mental stress, about to go off like a missile test. Silo, a schizo and a psycho, resurrection, modern day revival.
Don't fall asleep. You can get killed in your dream, and if you see me on the creek, just know I got them nightmares, and you 6 feet deep. Don't fall asleep. You can get killed in your dream, and if you see me on the creek, just know I got them nightmares, and you 6 feet deep.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. We're back. No Fucks Given Radio. The fish. What?
You said what? No Fucks Given Radio again, motherfucker. This is the freaky fucked up beer hour.
Hey, I said No Fucks Given Radio. And then my wife interrupted me. I was gonna say the official radio for those of y'all who don't give a fuck, and this is the freaky fucked up beer hour. My wife fucked up my intro, being like messing would say, because you old as shit, you know, and that's what happens when you get old as shit. Sometimes, you know, shit happens, like it did with George Romero. But again, I mean, we're here to pay homage to the man, because he was a fucking legend in horror film, man. Me and Chuckle's been chopping it up, going through what he has done as far as Of the Dead films, and like I said, I wanted to ask you, man, all them Of the Dead films, because just including the ones that Romero did, I think there's like 6 or 7.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't have the list in front of me. It's either 6 or 7, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's 7 actually, with Survival, Land, Diary. Yeah. I think 7's right, but whatever. Do you think they're all in the same? Like, do they share a universe, man, or you think those are supposed to be independent films, or what?
You know, when you think about it, it's like when you had the title Night of the Living Dead, then the second movie was Dawn of the Dead, then after that was Day of the Dead. It kind of made it into another story realm. It could be, they could have been in the same story realm, but a different storyline with different people. I believe so.
Yeah, see, and that's what
that's
what I was wondering. If it's just like it's the same crazy, universe. Man. Yeah, it's the same universe. They're just completely different fucking people and characters. You know, because I mean, the world's a big fucking place, ladies and gentlemen. The zombie apocalypse pops off. There's gonna be plenty of people posting really fucked up YouTube videos until the internet dies. God, dude, for real. I want you to think of this. Now, let's say the zombie apocalypse really does set off. Dude, that's gonna be some depraved shit right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people are gonna be doing terrible things with zombies. I don't even want to know or begin to imagine.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fucked up.
Wait. What are you doing today? Oh, we're just gonna go and fucking, push Fido around. Yeah. Have you ever seen that zombie movie?
Yeah. That shit was all funny.
That's what we'd end up with if fucking there were really zombies. I could already see it. Motherfuckers want to keep them as pets.
What about that version of Shaun of the Dead when they keep people or have relationships with zombies and shit at the end of it?
Oh, where he's like marrying a zombie? Or no, the chick's marrying a zombie.
That fucking dope.
All right, so let's go through this then. If you're gonna bring up that weird shit, right? So if you're a dude marrying a zombie, at least you can still fuck, right? I mean, it's gross.
You have to first at least take the jaw and the teeth out, so make sure it doesn't bite you.
You could do it from behind, but whatever, right? I mean, and I'm sure it's gonna be gross because it's dead, and but whatever. It's feasible, is my point, right? But if you're the female in the situation, how you getting any in that?
That is a good fucking question. Probably you got to get it rock hard or strap it down to a bed. But here's the thing: your brain's already dead. You can't really malfunction at all, especially if you're trying to grow a boner.
Yeah, and I don't think your blood's gonna work like that. Like your blood vessels in your dick ain't gonna hold a fucking erect penis if you're a zombie. I need a zombie expert right now. We have to ask about zombie penises.
It's like the zombie's blood pulse will be squirting out of his fucking arms and his veins and shit like that. If he has veins, just gotta be all aroused and shit.
I don't know if George Romero would be proud or ashamed right now.
Probably ashamed. I
don't know, man. George Romero was known for fucking not giving a shit where the line was.
That's true.
Yeah.
But in a way, he wanted to get realistic with his shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not suggesting that, yeah, but at the same time, dude, he did comical shit. Like, I think it's, if memory serves me proper, it's Survival of the Dead, where they're fucking, like, going to a boat, and, they got fucking, there's, like, landmines set up, and they just got zombies walking across the landmine field.
Yeah.
You know, dude. Oh, my God.
That shit was fucking funny.
Why'd that bitch scream again? That's twice in one broadcast. I have a slight problem with that. Sorry, had to give my child a hug and get her to bed. Yeah, because the zombies are coming, kiddo. Don't get ate. That's how you get your child to bed, ladies and gentlemen. Tell the zombies are coming to eat her brain. You know, that's the Romero method of putting your kid to bed. Fuck, I don't know. But man,
you know something about zombies? How they said, they eat the brains, but motherfucker, they eat everything more than just the brain. They eat the flesh, the organs, all that.
See, that's something I never understood, and I don't think it was something that George Romero ever said though. Like George Romero was never on the whole brains tip. I don't know where the fuck that came from, man. If remember, he says Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, was a film where they're, you have to give me your brains. Like I straight up a line out of the film.
That was like kind of like Return of the Living Dead, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't know what I said, ladies and gentlemen. I meant Return of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah, no, I did not mean Night of the Living Dead. I apologize. No, I meant Return of the Living Dead. Either that or its sequel. Yeah, it was very much about the brain. I never got that, dude. I don't know why the fuck. Because, like I said, I never seen Romero do that in any of his films. In all of Romero's films, it was purely about them consuming.
Cannibalism.
Yeah. Well, but no, because it was about consumption, man. Because the zombies in Romero's films were always supposed to be a representative of what we were turning into as a society. You know? A society that was about nothing more than consumerism. Which is a fucking problem, ladies and gentlemen. I want to point out.
Because when you think about it, it's just like, society itself is kind of like a zombie in general. Not that we consume ourselves with fucking technology, phones, all kind of weird shit.
Internet radios.
It's like normal, but it's not.
I just threw us under. I said internet radios. I was just throwing us under the bus in that situation, Chuckles.
Yeah,
that's all.
internet radios, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think we bring a bit more content though than someone falling repetitively and cracking their balls on fucking YouTube, which is what a lot of that shit is.
Even fucking television. Yeah, even fucking television.
Oh yeah, dude, it's all. That's like I think it's so weird to look at the whole premise George Romero initially put out with, like I said, the whole why he created zombies and what it was. I wonder, like, I would have loved to have had a long conversation with him because I would have just wanted to look at him and been like, so do you think you were right? Like, I would have really just wanted to ask him that fucking question.
He'll say, Factor, you are correct. And yes, I was right the whole time.
And I'd be really kind of upset at that. I mean, it's cool that George Romero was right. I mean, it was cool that George Romero was able to predict that through horror films, through zombie, like, and to do it that way, like, the creativity it took. I mean, fuck, it's not like he just wrote it down like Nostradamus and was like, all you bitches is gonna be in your fucking phone walking around like you just are unaware of everything else. You know, he fucking
get hit by a fucking car without you noticing, just like a zombie would.
Yeah, exactly. He represented as that. It's like you're just so oblivious, you just want to consume. Like, it's so fucking. It's a creative. Fucking George Romero was a creative Nostradamus. Damn.
He was, yeah, he was. That's some real shit.
That's a badass right there.
Hell yeah.
Like, legit.
Who comes up with that shit? Only him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because like you said, if you look at all the other zombie films, like the Return of the Dead, dude, it was shock horror, you know?
It was more shock horror than it was like a reality.
Yeah, and that's the thing about a lot of the zombie films outside of George Romero's work, and I'll say The Walking Dead, honestly, is they're fucking based in a realm of shock horror more than, hey, this is a terrible, fucked up situation. Can you figure it out? Dude, I think that's way worse. I know.
Like, what about the one? What about 28 weeks later?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. No, I don't want no part of 28 weeks later. Fuck that shit. Yeah. At least in that situation, you can kill them with any normal blow that would actually kill a human being. And it's not specifically a headshot.
Yeah, it's like in zombies and George A. Romero, the only way you can kill a zombie is either to the head or burn him on fire, but mostly to the head.
Yeah.
And those type of movies that they put together, it's like, it doesn't really matter. You kill him anyway, he's dead.
Well, yeah, I think that's because they were alive, though. That was just a virus, and 28 weeks later, and I mean, there were several others, like Quarantine was like that. If you haven't checked out Quarantine, Chuckles, have you seen Quarantine?
Yes.
That shit was dope.
Awesome-ass movie.
Yeah, I really, really fucking like that, man. If y'all ain't check that out, it's a little just side zombie film. Go type in Quarantine. I'm sure you can find that shit fairly easily. One's on an airplane, one's in a terminal. Alright? Yeah, those are definitely good films. But those are, like I said, those are based in a realm of a virus. Which, I think... Like, look, we'll put it like this. If I have to choose, like, I'm definitely going to take normal standard zombies as long as they're not the running kind. Because that's, like, if you look at it, dude, that's the fucking terrible thing about it. Like, the 28 Days Later and those zombies, those are fucking terrible compared to, like, normal Romero zombies. Unless you go with the Dawn of the Dead remake version. Because then you have a 28 weeks later zombie that you can only kill with a fucking headshot.
Oh yeah, it's just like I mentioned before, like, don't get us wrong, like, the remake of Dawn of the Dead and 28 weeks later, even Zombieland in general, with running zombies. They were good movies.
Oh, yeah.
But we're just like, take for instance though, just like I said before, if I feel like you will have an unfair advantage to survive a zombie apocalypse if the whole world was run by running zombies.
Wait, did you die if the whole world is fucking running zombies?
Yeah, you'll see a motherfucker just jump through your goddamn window and just like, he doesn't have to crawl or break through your window. He'll just run like Usain Bolt, jump through the fucking window like a fucking action movie star and just eat your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about running zombies, dude. That is it's a terrible concept, man. That's the thing that I really don't think could ever be done within humanity unless it was done in like the fucking manner they did it in 28 Weeks Later, which was just a virus that made you go mad and violent. And look, if there is not a virus already chilling in a lab somewhere that is pretty much that exact same thing, you color my ass surprised, motherfucker, because I am.
And why the fuck are they creating this goddamn virus in the first place?
Because they're dumbasses, Chuckles.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
And also one film, not with running zombies, but kind of runs with the stock horror zombies, is Dead Alive. By Peter, what was his name? Peter Jackson.
Why, dude, god damn it.
That movie was kind of more disgusting shock horror than it was as a reality zombie horror.
Oh shit, man, you got me like fucking tripping because I'm like sitting here and like, I know I've seen that film, but like I'm thinking Dead or Alive, and that's a video game.
That's a video game. Dead Alive by Peter Jackson. If y'all haven't seen that shit, if you have a weak stomach, I suggest you shouldn't watch it, but if you fucking love that shit, I suggest you watch that shit.
If you fucking have a weak stomach, I don't know why you listening to us two sick fucks.
If you can deal with, I would take for samplers. If you can deal with pus or anything that's disgusting that squirts out of a human body, then I think this is your genre. If you can't deal with that shit, you might throw up in like 5 seconds.
All right, yeah, I have seen that, man. That's what you were fucking throwing a film that was from '92, and that's fair enough. It's not like we haven't been talking about fucking zombie films from all over. But I was like, Dead Alive. What the fuck do I? The second I seen that fucking the fucking cover, yeah, I remember that cover. Old girl grabbing the side of her lips and fucking just stretching them out. Got a skull coming out the mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucked up. That's why I remember that. Yeah. God, it's been a long time since I've watched that motherfucking thing, dude. That's what I love about this show. We've been going revisit the classics. Hell, we might have to review that here coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So you got a weak stomach, make sure to tune out that episode because we're getting into some fucked up details. All right. I'll tell you some fucked up details.
That'll be like our weak stomach episode.
For those with weak stomachs, we're going to review the most horrific films possible. Just Human Centipede. My wife just scored points. Human Centipede. Have you seen that? We ain't going into it. We'll get into that later. Jesus Christ, whatever.
But right now, this is all about George A. Romero.
Yeah, George Romero, man. That's what I like. I love some of the inventive shit he came up with, too. Like, dude, he had so many creative ways that he came up with to kill zombies. I honestly think one of my favorites, though, is, let me see now. This is Dawn, if memory serves me proper. Yeah, I do believe it's Dawn. Where they're refilling the helicopter, and a zombie's just walking up, and then steps on top of a box. Shoot!
You guy's head sliced open. That shit was fucking awesome, man.
Oh, dude, that was so fucking priceless. Like, that's what that motherfucker was so ahead of his time, man. Like, look, and ladies and gentlemen, for anyone out there that hasn't watched this film, hell, there might be people out there that are like, what the fuck are they talking about? I've never heard any of this shit. I'm gonna go watch The Walking Dead. That's terrible. No, dude, that's true, Chuckles. Like, there might be people that really fucking just don't know. And if so, go back.
And they're not real zombie fans. They're just like Walking Dead fans. There's a difference.
Fair enough. But hey, if you are a huge fan of The Walking Dead, should definitely do your research and see where that whole genre started. Because just truly, thank you, George Romero. Because fuck,
yeah, exactly.
So much.
Because if it wasn't for George A. Romero, there wouldn't be any zombie movies to this day.
Oh, dude, there'd be so much cool shit I like that wouldn't have, like Marvel Zombies. That was some fucking dope shit. I would have never gotten to see Iron Man. Like, I would have never gotten to see a fucking Deadpool as a zombie with just his head. And that's dope.
Yeah, also, he was in a Call of Duty game. He had his own, like, video game version of Call of Duty with the zombie mode. It was a fucking awesome game.
Yeah, I seen that, man. Yeah, he was in the zombie mode. It was like, actually, they had several, because Tom Savini was actually within that. Which he should be. That's another guy. I mean, that's a guy that started off with George Romero and went on to do a shitload of great things in the film industry. I don't have him pulled up, but I know he's got his own resume that is very extensive in special effects, editing. Or, I mean, not editing, special effects as well as directing. I'm pretty sure he wrote a couple things. And, I mean, he did a lot of fucking acting, too, for that matter. Tom Savini was in a lot of fucking horror films.
Yeah, Tom Savini, he's been in George A. Romero's films, and he also does, like, all the gory special effects to every gore scene. Those are all his works.
Let me ask you something. So that was the thing with the Night of the Living Dead. It was so graphic and violent, and they all kind of had that whole issue. But when I was watching Dawn of the Dead, right? And, I mean, this is the one that's in color. And you're seeing them open these people up and the blood pouring. I'm like, that shit looks like paint.
In a way, because usually the color of blood is more of a darker red.
And a bit of an opaqueness.
Like, take for instance, like cut your hand and you see the color of your blood. It's more darker red. And that type of red, it was kind of more like brightish red than you would ever see in a human body.
Yeah.
But in a way, though, it kind of worked in a way. But in reality, your blood's kind of blackish, reddish.
Yeah, like, it was the fucking... It was, dude, but I agree with you. It did really work. And I'm sure if you did that shit nowadays, it would not, though. So for anybody going out to make a fucking film, don't make your fucking blood bright fucking red. That worked in 1970. It won't work in 2017.
That shit will just look like barbecue sauce or fucking hot sauce or ketchup.
Oh, dude, people would shit all over you for it. Like, yeah, your film would never go anywhere. Like, it wouldn't even matter how good. You could have everything else perfect in your film, and then just have that one thing where all the blood was like that, and people would be like, this is fucking terrible.
Man, that's fucking ketchup, man. What the fuck is this?
Alright. So, Chuckles, wait. Here's my pitch to you. Alright? So we make a zombie film. Alright? Right? The hero, transgender. Right? All the blood, bright fucking red.
We're gonna get shitted on like the first day of it.
Oh, dude, are you serious? We'd probably get shot over that goddamn movie.
Well, yeah, we'll get shot. We'll get assassinated in our own fucking house if we ever made a movie just like that.
What happened to No Fucks Given Radio? Well, Chuckles and Factor went and made this movie, and then they released it, and then they died.
Just for making a movie that had a transgender as the main hero and using bright red paint or ketchup for their own special effects and gore. Like,
yeah.
Damn, it's like, did our film really offend y'all that you really had to threaten our lives for?
Who knows, man? I could see it, though. Yeah. Yeah, especially with fucking... They'd probably feel like we were shitting on his legacy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
it's
that's
like, you're a diehard zombie fan. It's like, yeah,
nah.
You'll do the same.
Fuck that, man. I'd like to think that if me and you successfully put that film together, and it was a good film, it just, honestly, the blood was that color, and there was a transgender as the fucking main hero. Those were the main two things. I'd like to think George Romero himself would have looked at that film and went, damn, gentlemen, good job. You did something to offend everybody.
Right.
Like,
At least,
legitimately.
give us your honest opinion. If he says that it was a bad compliment, I'll still feel honored that he actually got an opinion from George A. Romero.
For real. Regardless of what that shit was, man, if he took the time to watch it and be like, hey, y'all, that was the shittiest piece of shit I ever seen. And then shot us both. I'd be like, I'm okay with that. At least George watched our film.
I'd rather be roasted or shot by him than anybody else in the horror genre.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if we're going to get fucking shot for making a zombie film, I think it's someone like that would have the right to do it, if we really fucked up that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a general lesson
like
to everybody.
John Carpenter called Rob Zombie a piece of shit, and that was some personal shit.
He did?
Yeah, John Carpenter called Rob Zombie a piece of shit, like for real.
Wait. Now, I don't mean to go to... Why? I need a story here, Chuckles. Why the fuck did this happen?
I think pretty much like he knew that when he actually got the chance to see Rob Zombie's version of Halloween, which, of course, John Carpenter is the originator of Halloween and Michael Myers, he probably saw this as like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, Rob Zombie, you're a piece of shit for doing this.
I like Rob Zombie's Halloween. I can't say anything bad about it.
Well, the first movie was okay. The second movie, I hated it.
Yeah, I don't
part two was dumb. Anyways, back to the topic. Sorry,
back to George
ladies and
Romero.
gentlemen.
We will fucking so get off topic over here. It's what we do. What were you saying?
Because we love horror.
Yeah. But what were you saying?
Anyways, about George A. Romero, it's like we were saying, like, if he was still alive to this day, if you and I would have made that film and he checked it out, if we got roasted or any way, I'll be honored that he said that in his own words than anybody else.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hey, can I say... damn it, I need to pull his fucking Wikipedia back up. I should have kept tabs open on this shit, ladies and gentlemen. But that's besides the point. Because I was, like I said, I was looking through his Wikipedia. I'll tell you one thing I was honestly kind of saddened to find out today. Is that apparently George Romero was in the process of working on another film.
Making another movie.
Yeah, which... Man...
It's called, it was supposed to be his next zombie film called Road of the Dead. He said it was supposed to be like the Fast and the Furious of zombies. I was like, oh my god, I would watch the shit out of it, man.
And that's the thing, too. He made this statement, it's really the Fast and the Furious with zombies. And then he passed 3 days later. And the status of the film was currently unknown. Like, he wasn't even... he wasn't going to direct it. It was just George A. Romero Presents. It was co-written by Matt Berman, who would also direct the film. So it would have been Romero's first zombie-related film that he didn't direct himself. So hopefully that'll still go down. I mean, the project was already completely written. It was pitched 10 years earlier. So, I mean, hopefully we'll see at least one more project one more project that was zombie-related, that was at least George Romero approved and was really gone through by him.
Man, I hope that they're in that process of making it, because it'll be in tribute to him and in tribute to everybody who loves the zombie genre of it.
Well, here's another thing. Just for anybody that is missing George Romero, hopefully they will do that film. I say fucking demand it. I will. I know that much. But they were also, he wrote some comics for Marvel. Well, he did some for DC and some for Marvel, but the Marvel he did was Empire of the Dead. I read quite a bit of this, dude. I don't know if you did. It was fucking... What I was able to read was excellent. And it was fucking crazy take on a zombie story because there were vampires in it. Now, this was actually opted for a TV series. It's what they were supposed to do. Now, that's been May 2015. Yeah, it was announced that Canis, the production company for DMARS, was developing the comic series into a TV series, or the comic series into a TV series. But it was supposedly supposed to be executive produced by Romero and Peter Grunwald, whoever the fuck that is. So, with his passing, I mean, that's one of them things. There's really 2 projects that have been left in, hopefully not a permanent state of limbo. Hopefully they do get released. I mean, you've got the content there that apparently Romero approved because he wrote the comic. So you should be able to work right off the comic for the TV show. And then the script was already written for the movie and was already approved, and that guy was set up to direct. So there's no reason both of those shouldn't come out.
For real, it's just like, I think he would have got everybody's approval if they would have kept on with the project idea and continued to put that in the works.
Oh yeah. Well, man, let me ask you, Chuckles. Let's ask the hard question of the night. God, and you're gonna ask it right back to me. I'm gonna tell you to fuck off too, just so you know. And we're just zombie films, not his whole filmography, because that's way too goddamn much. But just out of the zombie films he did, what's your favorite?
Fuck, man. All right, now you want to put me on the spot. Okay. Man, I loved all of his movies, man. Especially Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Living Dead, and Day of the Living Dead. You know what I'm saying? Those are all my favorites. If I had to say my top favorite, I'll say, okay, I'm gonna put it like a 1, 2, 3. I'll say Night of the Living Dead as number 3, Day of the Dead number 2, and then Dawn of the Dead number 1.
All right,
not the remake, but like the originator.
Yeah, you went for the original Night of the Living Dead as well.
Yeah, I'll say original Night of the Living Dead number 3, Day of the Dead. Well, Day of the Dead is pretty fucking crazy too. It's one of my favorites, but I'll have to give it number 2, and Dawn of the Dead, the original one, number 1, because that was his second movie where he spent $1.5 million to put off like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And made a success of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, did they remake Day of the Dead?
Yeah, they made a remake of Day of the Dead, but I think it was in a different storyline with somebody else that directed it.
See, because I swear they have remade most of George Romero's films.
On the fucking remake of Day of the Dead. It's
what?
Horrible. I shit you not.
I was really hoping you were shitting me, but that's kind of unfortunate. Man, it's crazy. I mean, that's how you know you're a very influential in the industry you're in. When people are taking your work and constantly remaking it. Because half of that man's work has been remade. And weren't they talking about redoing Creepshow fairly recently?
I heard. It was like, why? And it made me pissed off to the point, it's like, why are you trying to destroy a fucking legacy? A legacy of a great fucking film, and then remaking it and then making it shitty.
See, that's why I hope, with Romero's passing, I would like to see them make the 2 projects that he was in the middle of when he passed, both The Empire of the Dead and the film that the other gentleman's attached to. And dude, short of that, just let it be. Let it be.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch his fucking films.
It's like, come on, man. It's like... Hey, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Chuckles. You good.
Yeah, it's like you're about to say, it's like, don't keep on remaking a legacy of a movie that we all enjoyed in the past and think that you might step your game up and try to remake it, but it turned out to be absolute shit.
Yeah, and it's not even that, though. I want you to think about, like, so what, you're trying to make a better vision of what George Romero had in mind for what he did with Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Dead and Day of the Dead. If that's the case, in my opinion, then go check out Land of the Dead, Survival of the Dead, Diary of the Dead. The motherfucker did zombie films later on in his life too, ladies and gentlemen. There's a whole fucking list there you can go watch. Yeah, and none of them, like, I swear, if anybody ever tries to remake Land of the Dead and Fucking, I want to see John Leguizamo. No, I want to see John Leguizamo just smack the shit out of him and be like, "Stop being a pest, motherfucker."
Yeah, even John Leguizamo was a badass in that fucking movie.
Oh yeah, dude. That's like, and I love to see the fact that he took John Leguizamo too, who is known as a comedian, a stand-up more than anything, and let him do that, because that's an actor that's fucking multifaceted as far as what he's capable of, and he did fucking excellent in that film. That's the thing about Romero's films, though, dude. If you look at him too, he's always fucking cast his films really fucking well.
Oh yeah, the characters, the storyline, the scene, the city, that dramatic theme that gives you the thrills is just like, it's fucking amazing.
You got me. Because, we got one more thing we definitely got to get to before we wrap this shit up. And I'm just, man, I'm kind of curious. Because you set up a rough one for this week for the verses. Chuckles, damn.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, I feel like we should start this, because I feel like it's going to be a 20-minute debate between me and you who the fuck wins this one. I'm serious, man. Because that was the thing. Before we get into that, that was the thing in Romero's films. And in all of them, within the zombies, he always showed not so much they were capable of talking, but there was some semblance of knowledge. That's in the end
like,
of the
what
night.
if a zombie actually gained knowledge?
Well, no, look at it. In the very end of the original Night of the Living Dead, they're picking up tools to smash in the windows and doors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his first film, man. And he's already got them at the end of it picking up tools because they've realized, okay, well, we need to pick up something to smash through this shit. So he's always shown a semblance of knowledge. Not, like I said, not true intellect, but
even in Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, one of them carried like 2 guns. Didn't really use the gun to shoot, but actually carried the gun as weapon-wise.
Yeah. And now, see, damn it, hey, fuck it. You want to talk about zombies that shoot? There were a couple in his films. Because he definitely...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely took that farther. You say Dawn of the Dead, let's jump forward, go Day of the Dead. Bob. Dude, that's
Bob
just...
the zombie.
That's just weird, man.
And that was Bob the zombie. He was a smart motherfucker. In a way, it's kind of scary if a zombie can gain a lot of knowledge. Like the homie, like Dr. Logan, or aka Frankenstein, he was teaching him so many knowledge. Like, he taught him like how to listen to music, taught him how to read, until the point that he taught him like how to use a fucking gun.
And that's the stupid
and
thing.
He was a smart kid.
Why would you teach how to use a gun?
I don't know. It's just like, why in a sense why you think that would be safe? It's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to use a gun. He's not gonna use that on me. Boom.
Yeah, I'm keeping this thing tied up, and it's obviously slightly pissed at me. It's killed a couple people already, because Bob had killed people at that point, fucking ate him, because he's a goddamn zombie, ladies and gentlemen. And then they scold him like he's a fucking child. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pissed I'm pretty sure he's gonna shoot you when you give him something that can kill you instantly, and he realizes it. I never understood.
Shitting him over in that movie, got payback after that shit.
Yeah, dude, but fuck it. Think about it, dude. You got a zombie in your basement. You ain't gonna be nice to that motherfucker either, are you?
Oh yeah. It's like, he'll kill your ass, and the moment you're helpless, all of his zombie friends are gonna eat your ass, and after that he's gonna throw out that salute to you like a fucking boss. Walk away.
No,
you can't see me, but I'm doing the salute right now, and influence the bug.
It was a nice salute too, man. His salute was pretty on point.
Hell yeah.
It really was. I'll give you that. Yeah. So you got Bob though, man. And he learned quite a few things. He was fairly smart, but I don't know, man. You jump forward to, goddamn, that's jump forward 2 decades in real time and get to Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead.
Yeah, God, it is about 2 decades too. That's fucking. It's just crazy to look at the films he did, dude, and realize the Of the Dead series was so spread out.
It was.
Yeah, like, dude, like 50 years.
Damn.
Yeah, well, alright, look, if they do that fucking, that one they're fucking planning, yeah, it'll be 50 years. He spanned a fucking legacy of films that were at least slightly interconnected, if nothing more than by concept. You know, I don't think there's a single motherfucker who could claim that, except maybe George Lucas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like that's about it. And when you're in that fucking category with filmmakers, kudos.
For real though.
Yeah. That means you're fucking well off and fine. But yeah, that's when he brought in fucking Big Daddy. And dude,
Big Daddy.
This is our versus battle. It's Bob and Big Daddy. Now here's my first problem, man. I don't think they kill each other. I think they just come kill me and you.
It's like they'll look at each other in certain knowledge that they understand each other. You know what? I'm not gonna kill you because you're a smart motherfucker just like I am. Let's kill all the humans.
Chuckles?
It's like when you see Buck. It's like now let's get into info with Big Daddy. Yeah, Big Daddy. Dude was a smart cat too. A big, buff, strong zombie dude who really knows how to use a gun. Like not an AK-47.
That's what I love too when they it's about 30 minutes into that particular film, Land of the Dead, when you initially get introduced to Big Daddy, and they're going in and they're just raiding a town trying to get supplies, which obviously in a zombie apocalypse, you're gonna have to do that shit. But yeah, they're like dipping out, and you see Big Daddy. Big Daddy is like legitimately, I think it's funny, he's the one that's getting pissed because all the other zombies are staring up at the fireworks, and then he just notices all the zombies are just getting wasted and starts getting pissed, which I think is like, so in that, not only is he showing intelligence, he's showing emotion, you know?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that zombie's not fucking just like, oh, I gotta fucking move so I don't die. He's like, they're fucking killing my homies.
It's like, you kill my homie, you're gonna fucking die next.
Yeah.
That's a ride or die homie.
Like, seriously. And that's what I love when they're fucking bouncing. He tries to reach out and grabs one and ends up with that assault rifle. And man, he figured out how to use that shit really quick.
Oh yeah, very quickly. And then all of a sudden the other zombies started to learn that shit more. Also, one thing that really made me like respect the dude in a way that's kind of crazy, that this motherfucker learned how to swim. Not swim, but like walk underneath the water.
Oh, I love that.
Of the city.
That was, yeah, for real.
Wow.
Oh, that was one of the best scenes in that whole movie when they're like, fuck it, we don't breathe. Let's just go this way.
Like, we're already dead. We don't have to be afraid to breathe underwater.
You know, Chuckles, I think we set up a versus battle that ends to the death of humanity.
Pretty much. I think it's more of a fucking draw than it is as who wins who.
No, I'll tell you what that is, Chuckles. Let me see. If you agree with me, I'm gonna write it down right now. What happens is them two encounter one another, and they're buddies. So now they both move on to the next round, and yeah, you have to deal with both of them.
Yeah, it's like a draw, pretty much.
So Bob and Big Daddy, and Chuckles. This is why I say I think we set up a versus that really ends up in the death of humanity, because I just want you to know, for future reference, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to these battles later. It's next week's on some different shit. Yeah, we got that Crate Monster versus that. That'll be the next episode as far as for our verses. But when we get to the second rounds, all these verses, the second round is going to be Evil Ash versus Bob and Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah. So he's pretty much in a handicap match.
Well, but wouldn't he pretty much do the same thing that Big Daddy and Bob did?
Like, just look at them and just join sides with them?
Be like, yeah, we're cool.
No, he wouldn't do that. You
don't think
he's an asshole like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, we'll get into that battle later though.
Like he said in just like in the movie in the Army of Darkness. Oh, you worthless bags of bones! Pick yourselves up and Sally fought. Sally fought. Sally fought.
You make a valid point because he's gonna try and order fucking Bob and Big Daddy like that, and they're gonna shoot at him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, God, now I'm kind of wanting to get into this battle, but whatever. This is the George Romero tribute show. We don't need to fucking bring in fucking Sam Raimi's ass into it. Whatever, we'll get into that shit. Well, actually, we got into that shit last time. Evil Dead, all kinds of shit of it. Check out the previous episode. You can find out myself and Chuckle's opinion. Man, I put you on the spot. I got to answer the same question you did. I do. Which is my favorite, man.
Like, if all the ratings, like, what's your 3 ratings of your favorites between George A. Romero's movie?
Like my top 3 zombie films from Romero. Ooh, that's. I mean, look, and I don't know if the Night of the Living Dead, but the remake, because I'm pretty sure he did that remake.
Yeah.
The one that was in color. Yeah, because look, I love that. I love that fucking ending. That ending is poetic.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, dude. Like, this motherfucker's been a prick the whole time, and then you just, like, you get to kill the one motherfucker that caused everyone else pretty much to die, because he was a dumbass.
He was.
Yeah, it's poetic. So, yeah, Night of the Living Dead, the remake, as number 1. 2 would probably be the original Dawn. Yeah, the original Dawn. And then 3... Man, I'm gonna jump way ahead and Land of the Dead. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I dug Land of the Dead, dude. That was the shit. Yeah. Yeah, those are probably...
it was really good, yeah. It was a good film.
Hey, man, you gotta pay respect to what the man did later with zombies, too, you know? 'Cause he did.
Yeah, exactly.
That man played with zombies.
Yeah. I always like to go for the original, like, zombie series that he did, like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Living Dead, and Day of the Living Dead. Like, those were my all top 3 favorites.
See, that's just rough. I'll tell you, man, I could fucking probably give you that list tomorrow and it'd be totally different. But I'll tell you the one thing that would never change, which is his worst zombie film out of all of them, by far, was Diary of the Dead.
Diary of the Dead, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was. I was like, this is George Romero?
I can't picture George A. Romero making this fucking movie, man. It was so bad.
Yeah!
You know, there's... I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is George A. Romero? George, what were you thinking? Why?
hey, but he redeemed himself.
We love you, George, man.
Yeah, he redeemed himself totally, because that was a Survival of the Dead is a direct continuation of Diary of the Dead. You know? Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, it even fucking plays off, like, there are parts of Diary of the Dead that are in Survival of the Dead. And Survival of the Dead is a dope fucking film. You know?
It beats Diary of the Dead, like, 100%.
Yeah. Dude, look, I think a first-person perspective zombie film is a very, very, very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Kind of like getting 2 zombies together and expecting them not to team up on the rest of us. Why the fuck did we do that?
It's like 2 intelligent zombies. What do you expect that result's going to be? You're going to see 2 zombies get at each other? No, they're going to team up together.
Why did we do that?
Just think about it. You don't ever see a zombie attack another zombie. You just don't.
Well, wait. Oh, I can. God damn it! What's the name of that movie? Oh, I know it. Motherfucker, the one where the dude's like gets turned back into a human by the love of a chick, ostensibly.
Oh, that stupid ass movie. Oh my god.
He fought zombies.
No. I'm talking like George A. Romero style. and the
You're like-
zombies like you see him, they don't kill each other. Don't ever mention that fucking movie ever again, dude. It was so bad.
Oh, no. Fuck you, asshole. You made me watch Lords of Salem and review it. So I'll tell you what. After our George Romero tribute episode, which will be continuing next month, and we're going to get into his other features, because, ladies and gentlemen, that man did way more than just zombies. Yeah, he really did. I promise you. All dope shit. Check out the man's work. Pay tribute to the fucking legend that he left, and the just list of great work that he left in his passing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna torture you with that fucking movie. I'm gonna fucking have to go look up what the fuck the name of it is now. Cause, yeah, no, that's a horror film. I don't even give a fuck. Somebody's gonna argue with me like, no, it's not factual. It's some kind of goddamn... Fuck you. For the purpose of this and me torturing Chuckles, it's a horror film.
This will be like the final episode of the final season of the Freaky Fucked Up 10 Hour.
So apparently we're gonna review that, and Chuckles is like, I quit. This show has run its course, Factor. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking,
So
bringing
quickly.
that shit up. Yeah. Nah, man, that's really, really technically not a fucking horror film, man. I agree. We would review that. And that is some shit, like, that's why I think it's weird to see what Romero has originally created and now, like, what it's turned to with that film. And then you've got, like, the show and comic book iZombie, where the bitch has got to, like, eat brains every so often to stay normal, but, like, the brains she eats affects her behavior and shit, and, like...
Yeah, man.
They've made that shit really fucking weird, dude, and all the aspects that it's went to.
Yeah, there were so many subgenres. There was other genres of zombie movies that were inspired by George A. Romero that were still to this day are still fucking. Some of them are good to watch, and there's some are bad. Like, take for instance, like 28 Weeks Later. I know we mention that all the time, but still, that was a great ass fucking film. You know, Shaun of the Dead was more of a comedy, but it still was a good. It was an awesome movie.
Hell yeah.
And what else? Other zombie movies?
Fuck, I thought I lost you for a minute. You got Zombieland up in that bitch, right? That's fucking...
Yeah, Zombieland was good.
Hell yeah. That's a dope-ass movie. I'll tell you, hey, on a different note, you bring up Shaun of the Dead, we should review Hot Fuzz on this show, but that's a different note altogether. It's a horror film.
It had gore scenes in it.
Fuck yeah. Alright. But I mean, yeah, dude, I could sit here and name a shitload of great zombie films. I mean, some of the Resident Evil series... He's obviously, like, I don't think the game Resident Evil would probably even exist without George Romero.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I prefer playing the video games than watching those fucking movies.
The first one was good.
It was okay. But
Yeah.
as for the animation series, though, it was fucking badass.
Have you seen that Vendetta?
The new ones? The new Resident Evil one?
Yeah.
I had to watch that shit. I heard it was fucking awesome.
Check it out, Chuckles. I actually fucking peeped that shit recently. It's definitely worth a watch, man. It's definitely one of those things that it's a good sign of what George Romero left. Because there's definitely bad signs. I mean, you got fucking, zombie strippers and shit, too. Which, I'll be honest, it's kind of funny. But at the same time, what the
It
fuck?
was more of a comedy, but it was fucking awesome.
Dude, she shot fucking pool balls out of her zombie pussy. That's frightening.
I always fell in love with that gothic zombie one in that movie.
You would
I forgot
be
what
the
her name was,
motherfucker.
but she was fucking awesome.
You would fall in love with a goddamn zombie, Chuckles. What the fuck?
A gothic zombie chick who's also a stripper. I'll fall in love instantly.
And that's how Chuckles dies.
And I'll die with a smile on my face.
Dude, if she don't eat it off first. I'm
Don't eat it
just
off.
saying. I mean, for real. Talking about trying to get with a fucking zombie. Yeah, I thought I was the fucked up one here, man. Shit. Cause you know what? You know what that bitch will do in the end, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, motherfucker. She's gonna keep the head and eat the rest.
Yeah, buddy. You already know.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know what the fuck everybody talking about. brains, brains, brains. No, zombies just want to consume like we do, ladies and gentlemen, because George Romero, yeah, he was right even back then, and that's the motherfucking truth. Chuckles, final thoughts?
Yeah, man. Like, if you're a true horror fan of us and a true fucking zombie film fan, be sure to always know your shit and always recognize your shit and what you see in the remakes. Because, like we said before, if it wasn't for zombie films, if it wasn't for George A. Romero himself, we wouldn't be witnessing any zombies in general in the world. You know what I'm saying? We got to give a big up to him. Also, next week, I will be performing at Denver, Colorado for the 17th annual, 2017 annual of Gorefest. So be sure to be on that shit.
See, I was like, wait, that's only like the 6th annual Gorefest, isn't it?
I gotta look it up again. So that's why I mentioned 2017's Gorefest.
You said 17th.
This ain't fucking gathering. God damn it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hell. Man, Chuckles is getting offensive and shit, but he's right. You can check out Gorefest next weekend. And look, if you can't get to Colorado, get up to Tip City, Ohio for Pirate Fest. That's right. Either way, you coming out of state, that shit's free. All you got to do is fucking set up accommodations, whether it's in Colorado or Ohio. And if it's in Ohio, man, that's camping. $20. Bring your ass out. Fucking regardless. There is good fucking music. 2 dope-ass festivals going down in different parts of the country. There ain't no fucking reason y'all shouldn't get to at least one of them. Shit.
For real.
What's wrong with them,
Chuckles?
For? I don't know, man. Me? I was waiting for just fucking cannibalism. Because I'm like, yeah, keep the head, eat the rest. This has been the fucking... or the shit. Fucking god damn it.
This is the George A. Romero tribute episode of the Freaky Fucked Up Beer Hour.
Yeah! Have a good night, y'all.
Rest in peace, George.
Talking about my neighborhood, I'm searching for my prey. Cause it's 3 in the morning, so it's time for me to play. And I got my fucking Chuckles mask on, my bloody jacket on. So you better run and hide, or else it's time to say goodbye. Cause I'm gonna stop until I have some bloody heads. I'm a sick fucking lunatic that's going in emotional stress. I've been hearing voices in my head, even telling me to do this shit so I can get my sanity back. So I'm coming at you with a fucking axe. And no person to your window while you're sleeping in your bed. No chopping into pieces so your bedroom turns to bloody red. I'ma put your hand up in my bag, I'ma hang your limbs up in my shack. I'ma eat your heart like a tasty snack. I'm a crazy motherfucker that's on some crack. So you better lock your doors, cause I'm coming for you whores. With a hatchet and a knife, you're gonna be for a big surprise. And you're not gonna escape from me, all your souls belong to me. Now the hunger is getting to me, oh it's time for me to feed. Everybody running high, Chuckles a clown is coming by. He's gonna cut your fucking heads, and he's gonna eat the rest. The head of the clown is on the loose, and he's coming after you. Hide your wife, hide your kids, his list we will never end. Everybody running high, Chuckles a clown is coming by. He's gonna cut your fucking heads, and he's gonna eat the rest. The head of the clown is on the loose, and he's coming after you. Hide your wife, hide your kids, his list we will never end. The police are starting their investigation. They have no clues or a fucking witness. They have no trace where the bodies are. So they go in the night and got back in their cars. So wait in the bushes until they're gone. When it's all them left, start having some fun. I'm chopping up craniums, I'm making a mess. I'm being fresh flashes of dead bitch's breath. I'm smacking her head back in my house. I'ma show this bitch what I'm all about. So I'm fuck her in the mouth, I start to come. I'm a nut stripping now, but I'm not almost done. I cut her head, I'm eating her brains. I'm sinking her rage and I'm going insane. Now my mind is going plain. What the fuck is wrong with me? Nobody knows what I'm going through, so I cut them all off so I can eat it for food. I'm keeping their heads up in my freezer, frying their intestines so I can eat for dinner. I use their blood so I can paint my face. I'm a hand on the cloud who's in that case. I'm way more sicker than Patrick Bateman, cause I gotta do it with a shop in my basement. Now you're gonna fucking die, and you're gonna be eaten alive. There's no use to running away, so you need some fucking prey. Now my mouth is starting to water, cause the hunger is getting stronger. Be prepared for your fucking doom, cause you're about to be consumed. Everybody running